your voice.
This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world.
In darkest night.
It's Wednesday, the 14th day of January 2026. Good morning, good morning, good morning to the world.
As a father,
Hey,
you know I'm known you well.
how was your night?
And I have believed.
Yes, Lauren, thank God we made it. He spared our lives through the night. And it's all because of his goodness. Yeah. Morning, morning, morning. Razum Baptiste, good morning to you and Jaim and the entire family. Let me not get into the name calling so early, but just want to wish you a good day, man. It's Wednesday, so Heavenly Father, thank you for waking us up with strength, mercy, and purpose today. Lord, touch every person who listening to this prayer early this morning. Let your presence move through their home, their bodies, and their thoughts. Let this morning bring new strength, new hope, and new direction. Cover our families. Place your hand over every doorway. Let your favor walk ahead of us. Let your protection surround everything connected to us. Father, guide our steps today. Give us wisdom for every decision and grace for every assignment. Let this day carry your peace, your power, and your blessing. In Jesus' name. Amen. I love this. Tonton, good morning, good morning, good morning. Wednesday blessings. God is able to make all grace abound towards you, that you may have an abundance for every good work. And that's coming from 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 8. Good morning. Can you speak of the goodness of God this morning? Yeah, well, you definitely can. He woke you up this morning. Roman Delis, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing fine. Jennifer Colimo, good morning. I made you cry yesterday, right? I played JoJo's song and JoJo's daughter cry. Oh my goodness. I'm doing fine. I hope you are doing fine, you and the entire family. Have a good day, because it is a good day to have a good day in a good way. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Let me see who with me this morning. Let me start from the top. All right, Yulin is with us. Mary E. Banks, Jillian McIntyre, Monica Meros Williams, Sylvina Charles, Veronica Sandy, Yolanda Swan, Wendy Williams, Joanne Brathwaite Batson, Yulin, Monica, Destined to Win Overcomer. Good morning to all you wonderful folks. Petlin, how are you doing, girl? Yeah, Petlin, I know you can sing of the goodness of God, because he's really a good fella. He's been good. Yeah. Nice. Munich, good morning. Nice. Carriacou and Pity Martinique, Sotez. Rose Hill. Good morning to Mr. Jim Chief Alexander, former principal of MacDonald College. Mr. Ray and Miss Annie Charles, good morning. My former POB and biology teacher at MacDonald College, subsequently moved to the GBSS. Yeah. Nice. Kenny James, good morning to you and the family. Mr. J. Whiteman and family, good morning. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine, all right? Yeah. To all the police officers, all the taxi drivers of the nation, good morning. All of those of you who are responsible for transporting the nation's people to and from their various destinations, endeavor to do that safely today, all right? Nice. I'm seeing too many white markings in the road. Miss Annie, good morning to you and Joe and the entire family. Micah, how you doing, Papi? You and Robin Givens. Roger and the guys. The Thornhill family out there in Golf Course, good morning. Roger, good morning. The folks in Mount Rouge. Caliste. Lansopine. The folks at the British High Commission, good morning to you, Mr. Clark. My Cuban friends at Spice Imaging, Ruiz, Dr. Ruiz, and I can't remember the other name. What is a Spanish name, right? La Colombe, good morning, Beaton and La Femme. Laura Land, La Pastora. Corinth, good morning. Gail, I promise I'm not saying morning to you this morning, but I can't help it. I just want to say good morning to you and Alva and everybody. Fen. Babash. And tell Miss Maury I did not call her name, okay? So good morning, Miss Maury. Of course, ASP Leon McQueen and the family. Good morning, Miss Meryl Toyat, Randa, Joseph next door, Mr. Victor upstairs, Rashiba, Princess, AJ, NJ. Good morning. Wendy Henry, good morning. Nice to have you with us, Wendy. My friends in Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The word of the day today, that word is heritage. Yesterday it was efficient, working well with little waste. That was yesterday. Today it's heritage. And this is the month when we talk a lot about our heritage, the build up to our 52nd anniversary of independence. Heritage, it means cultural traditions passed down. Heritage, heritage. Cultural traditions passed down. Here's how we can use that word wisely in a sentence. Grenada's heritage is rich and diverse. Our heritage is rich and diverse. Yeah, trust me on that. From St. Patrick in the north right down to Point Still in the south, our heritage is rich. You understand what I'm saying? It's really rich. Nice, nice, nice. You're special. Did you know that? Michael and Mikey Hutchinson, good morning. The Hutchinsons, good morning.
If you give a little more than you take.
Nice. Eggies, you and Chief, good morning. I haven't forgotten you all, the crews and everybody. Good morning, good morning. Yoland, where are you this morning? Miss Glenda, good morning. Hope you're doing fine as always as we wait on the motivational tip. All right, and His mercy, your diehard fans with you always, always. Nice. Nadisha, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fine. The Sandersons, the Holmes, Louis and the folks at Cafe's Bar. Louis is buying coffee. How could I forget Scooby and the guys from the Legacy Sports Bar right here in St. Paul's?
There's a place.
I want you to know that.
People like you.
I want to reach out to someone who is feeling, so beat up by life. People say and they did so many things to you. But, on my way down this morning, I was listening my good friend, Pastor Stanford Simon, and he was making a demonstration while doing a sermon. And he took out $50 from his pocket, right? And he crumpled it up. And he said, who wants it? Who wants this $50? He crumpled it up. Crumpled. And you could have heard, I couldn't see, but I heard the commotion in the church. And the moral of the story, no matter how much it was crumpled, the $50 note remained its value, $50. So it doesn't matter what life throws at you. What matters most is that to the Most High Jah, the Most High God, whatever you call him, you are as valuable as you were when he created you. It doesn't matter what life throws at you and what people do and say about you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Nice. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Yeah, that's the motivational tip for the day. If opportunity doesn't knock, then build a door, because you think you need a door to knock, right? Well, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Good morning to the folks on the western side, Douglaston. Melissa, good morning to you and your grandmom and your son. Granroy, Concord. Fudge, good morning, coming down on the western side. Yeah, sometimes there's something that I'm working on, right? There's a song that I'm working on. Hilarion Gunpot, good morning, my star. Hope you're doing fine. Yep. Yeah, people, life is so unpredictable, and sometimes you wonder what's really going on when you hear people talk and people act against other people, and you'd think that, wow, that man Innocent is a real bad man, boy. But the people who are saying that, do a little investigation behind, I'm saying, behind the scenes. Let's stop this. Let's stop, outing someone else's light doesn't make yours shine brighter. Learn that. Good morning, George Warm. How are you doing, Papi? Hope all is well with you and the family, man. Yeah. What's buzzing this morning? What's buzzing? Buzzing. All right. The Grenada Tourism Authority, that's CEO, that's Stacey Lai Bird. Well, she was named one of her network's 2025 Woman of the Year. All right. Community Steel Pan program, ComsPan. Well, it was officially launched in St. David. In the region, Barbados National Council on Substance Abuse warns of gradual expansion in drug use, especially among young people. Internationally, Bill and Hillary Clinton, they refused to testify in House in the Epstein investigation. And in sports, Windward Islands, they lost a narrow margin against Guyana in the CWI T20 Blaze tournament. They'll be playing Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow. And the Grenadian impact was still felt, right? Afi Fletcher, she gave a good account of herself, capped 38 runs, and I think the winning collapse, it evaporated when Afi and the other Grenadian, I can't remember which one of them, they departed the crease. But nonetheless, those are the buzzing stories. These and more coming up in the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather. Timothy Scott, what's up, Papi? How are you doing? Hope all is well. Yeah, Hermitage, good morning. The past and present teachers of the Hermitage Government School. All right, good man.
Life for love, so someone could be saved. There's a place for people like you.
Okay, well, I've got something here to share with you before we head into the AM edition. All right, the Southern South St. George Water Expansion Project, they've got a public consultation notice here. And notice to residents in Woolwich Road, residents and stakeholders of Woolwich Road and surrounding areas, you are invited to a public consultation on Thursday, 15th January 2026. That's tomorrow. It starts at 6 p.m. at His Grace Ministry, Lucas Street. It will have with it a project update, be informed on sewer works which commences on Monday, January 12th, which recommenced on Monday, January 12th in the Woolwich Road area. The consultation will provide project scope and work schedule, traffic and access information, opportunity for questions and concerns. Other communities will be notified as work advances. We thank you, the public, for your continued cooperation. All right, so remember that tomorrow at the His Grace Ministries on Lucas Street, all right, consultation with the South St. George Water Expansion Project. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere. Veronica Sandy, good morning to you. Wilcia Thomas, good morning. My beautiful people of Grenada, greetings from Toronto. So happy to have you.
'Cause there's a place up there for people like.
The AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather is up next.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we've got everything we need. 'Cause you can look to me, whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, next to yours.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Hey there. Did you know? The GPPA now offers more ways to take control of your health. That's right, copper and hormonal IUDs plus hormonal implants, all available to you. Safe, effective, and empowering options, because your body, your choice. This message is brought to you by the Grenada Planned Parenthood Association through the Build Back Equal project, funded by Global Affairs Canada.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Wednesday, 14th day of January 2026. In the headlines, Grenada Tourism Authority CEO Stacey Liebird named one of her network's 2025 Woman of the Year. Community Still Pan program Coms Pan officially launched in St. David. In the region, Barbados National Council on Substance Abuse warns of gradual expansion in drug use, especially among young people. Internationally, Bill and Hillary Clinton refused to testify in House Epstein investigation. And in sports, Windward Islands suffered a narrow defeat in the 2026 CWI Women's T20 Blaze opening match. The details to these and more after these messages.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you.
With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Stacey Liebert, has been named to her network's 2025 Women of the Year list, recognizing women making an impact across leadership and public life internationally. This year's theme, the Year of Her Power, highlights purpose-driven leadership and sustained results. Liebert's selection reflects her role in strengthening Grenada's tourism sector and raising the country's profile in the global tourism space. Under her leadership, the GTA has focused on destination competitiveness, market diversification, and community-centered tourism, positioning Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique as high-value authentic destinations. Liebert said the recognition was humbling and represented the collective work of her team and partners, adding that leadership in tourism carries a responsibility to create opportunity beyond the individual. Her network's Women of the Year list honors leaders in business, public service, and social impact. Liebert's inclusion also highlights the growing influence of Caribbean leadership on the global stage. In a very interesting story here, an initiative aimed at promoting culture and creativity has been officially launched in St. David, bringing music and community development to the forefront. My colleague Shania McIntosh has that wonderful story.
The Community Steel Pan program, known as ComsPan, was officially launched last evening in St. David, marking a significant step in placing the art at the heart of national development. Senator Adrian Thomas said the program reflects a deliberate commitment to treating the creative economy as serious business rooted in communities and driven by discipline, creativity, and purpose.
Steel Pan has carried us from village yards to concert halls, from community competitions to international stages, and from carnival bands to national orchestras. ComsPan is intentionally rooted in communities because culture grows best where people live. Where a community has music, it has life. And when a community has purpose, it has pride. Culture builds discipline. Creativity builds opportunity, and community builds country.
ComsPan is set to be launched in Carriacou on Friday, with rollouts in other parishes planned over the coming weeks. Through this initiative, communities across Grenada will have the opportunity to strengthen local pride, nurture talent, and create opportunity-building culture, one community at a time. Shania McIntosh, GBN News.
Thank you very much, Shania. And folks, that brings us to the end of the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. In the region, as Barbados marks Drug Awareness Month, the National Council on Substance Abuse warned of a gradual but troubling expansion in drug use, especially among young people. Deputy Manager Troy Wickham says marijuana, alcohol, and cocaine remain the most commonly used substances, but newer drugs are now appearing on the island. These include ecstasy, methamphetamine, and synthetic cannabinoids identified locally over the past 2 years. Wickham says treatment centers are seeing more people seeking help for these new substances, with young men under 40 still dominating referrals. He also raised concerns about the growing normalization of marijuana use, reminding the public that it remains illegal, particularly in public spaces. Wickham urged parents and educators to watch for behavioral changes and early warning signs, stressing that the NCSA counseling services are free and that early intervention is key. Meanwhile, the People's National Movement, the PNM, has requested recounts in 2 Tobago districts following the Tobago People's Party, the TPP, sweeping 15-0 victory in Monday's Tobago House of Assembly election. According to the Election and Boundaries Commission, the PNM has asked for recounts in Darrell Spring, Whim and Scarborough and Mount Grace. Both recounts are scheduled to begin on Tuesday. They were scheduled to begin on Tuesday afternoon. Preliminary results show the TPP secured 16,240 votes compared with 10,456 for the PNM. The Innovative Democratic Alliance, the IDA, and Unity of the People, the UTP, they received 181 and 8 votes respectively. There were 26,885 valid votes cast with 104 rejected ballots. A former THA minority leader and PNM candidate Kelvin Morris said he requested a recount in Darrell Spring, Whim, because the margin there was narrow. The district was the PNM's only win in the 2021 THA election. 15-0. That sounds, sounds recognizable. All right, looking further afield, Bill and Hillary Clinton have refused to comply with congressional subpoenas seeking testimony about their past association with disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, calling the demands legally invalid and politically motivated. In a letter to House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, the Clinton's lawyers said the subpoenas lack a legitimate legislative purpose and amount to an unprecedented abuse of congressional power aimed at embarrassing political rivals at the direction of current U.S. President Donald Trump. Now, after Bill Clinton failed to appear as ordered, Comer said he would move to begin contempt of Congress proceedings next week. Hillary Clinton was scheduled to testify the following day. Republicans say the subpoenas were approved on a bipartisan basis and stress that Clinton is not accused of wrongdoing, only that lawmakers have questions about Epstein and the government's handling of his case. Bill Clinton has acknowledged past contact with Epstein but denies any knowledge of his crimes. No victims have accused either Clinton of wrongdoing. South Korean prosecutors have asked the court to sentence former President Yoon Suk Yeol to death if he is convicted over his failed attempt to impose martial law. Closing arguments were heard on Tuesday in Seoul, where Yoon is accused of leading an insurrection after briefly declaring military rule in December 2024, an act that lasted only hours but plunged the country into political crisis. Prosecutors described Yoon as the ringleader of a plot, arguing his actions were driven by a desire for dictatorship and long-term rule. They said the greatest victims were the South Korean people and called for the harshest possible punishment. Yoon denies the charges, claiming the declaration was symbolic and intended to highlight alleged wrongdoing by the opposition. Although South Korea has not carried out an execution in nearly 30 years, the insurrection charge carries either the death penalty or life imprisonment. Prosecutors were required to request one of the two. The case has been merged with trials involving Yoon's former defense minister and police chief, who face life imprisonment and a 20-year sentence respectively. A verdict is expected in February. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting segment is straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Afi Fletcher chipped in with 38 runs as the Windward Islands suffered a narrow defeat in a spirited opening performance of the 2026 CWI Women's T20 Blaze tournament yesterday. After winning the toss, Windward Islands opted to bowl first, a decision that initially paid dividends, delivering a disciplined bowling display to restrict Guyana to a modest 96 for 5 in their 20 overs. The Windward Islands bowling attack was highly effective in stifling the potent Guyanese batting lineup. Young all-rounder Zaida James, who got 1 wicket, and Janilia Glasgow 1, they led the charge, keeping the run rate under control and ensuring no major partnerships developed. The fielders backed up the bowlers well, building pressure that limited Guyana's scoring opportunities. Now, chasing a target of 97 runs for victory, the Windward Islands batters faced a challenging task against an experienced Guyanese bowling attack. Despite a valiant effort, they struggled to accelerate their innings and build momentum against tight lines and lengths. The team managed 89 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in their allotted 20 overs, ultimately falling 7 runs shy of the target. Windward Islands women will go on to face Trinidad and Tobago on Thursday, January 15th. That's tomorrow. Now, fans of Senegal and the Ivory Coast say their plans to attend the 2026 FIFA World Cup have been disrupted by a U.S. travel ban imposed by the Trump administration. Both West African nations were added in December to a list of countries facing partial entry restrictions, effectively barring supporters without existing U.S. visas from traveling to matches. The United States is co-hosting the tournament with Canada and Mexico from June 11th to July 19th. While players and team officials are exempt, no allowances have been made for fans. Supporters at the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco expressed frustration, questioning how the U.S. can host the World Cup while restricting access to qualified nations' supporters. President Donald Trump has cited screening and vetting deficiencies as the reason for the ban. Fans from Iran and Haiti are also affected. Senegal and the Ivory Coast will each play multiple group stage matches in the U.S., raising concerns they may have limited fan support, relying mainly on supporters with visas, residency, or dual citizenship. Ivory Coast coach Emerse Faye said he remains hopeful a solution will be found, calling football a global celebration that should be accessible to supporters. Very interesting. And that concludes the sporting segment. We'll have more sports in our luncheon edition and our primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster Tricia Miller at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Tricia.
Good morning to you and good morning to your listeners of GBN. It's a cloudy morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 12 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1013.5 millibars, which is slightly above the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 26.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 80%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.2 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 26 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, only a trace of rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA. This brings hence the total for the month remains at 1.4 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and slightly hazy with a low chance of light isolated showers. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 30.5 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tide will be high around midday and low about 7 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:01. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:30. 31. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and slightly hazy with a low chance of light isolated showers. From the Met Office, Trisha Miller.
Thank you very much, Trisha. Have yourself a wonderful day. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
It's 6 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Grenada Tourism Authority CEO Stacey Liebird named one of her network's 2025 Women of the Year. A community stillband program, Coms Pan, officially launched in St. David. In the region, Barbados National Council on Substance Abuse warns of gradual expansion in drug use, especially among the youth. Internationally, Bill and Hillary Clinton refused to testify in House Epstein investigation. And in sports, Windward Islands suffered a narrow defeat in the 2026 CWI Women's T20 Blaze opening match. They go on to face Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow. Now, that has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 14th day of January 2026. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive and enjoyable day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. To Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM, we say thank you for sharing your time with us, and we look forward to future engagements. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good day now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're beginning our final descent to Morris Bishop International Airport. Welcome to Grenada.
Our marketing goals for 2026 are ambitious yet achievable. We aim to drive airlift growth by collaborating with airlines and travel partners to expand seat capacity and routes. Strengthening community and stakeholder engagement is key, as we want to ensure that the benefits of tourism are felt broadly across our islands. Promoting sustainable tourism is a priority, as we encourage practices that preserve Grenada's environment, heritage, and cultural identity. We also want to focus on expanding into new markets while reinforcing our brand's position in existing markets. By increasing engagement and conversion through targeted digital campaigns, enhancing content quality, and building strong relationships with industry partners, we hope to boost brand awareness, improve our reputation, and secure media mentions in our target markets.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
You can now make a payment directly to Grenlec, anytime, anywhere. Just visit myaccount.grenlec.com and sign in. From the menu, select Financials, then Billing to view your account balance and billing history. Ready to pay? Tap Make a Payment. Choose the account or accounts you'd like to pay and hit Next. Select Debit or Credit Card. Enter your amount, fill your payment details, and tap Confirm and Pay. That's it. Your payment goes through instantly and your account updates right away. Sign up today and put the power in your hands.
Grenada, are you ready for the biggest football showdown to kick off 2026? Our senior men's national team is back and they're going for 7 straight wins. Sunday, January 18th, Team Grenada takes on regional rivals Jamaica in a clash of titans at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. Kickoff 5 p.m. sharp. It's pride, power, and pure Caribbean football. Grenada versus Jamaica, a rivalry like no other. Can we make it 7 in a row? Come feel the energy, the passion, the fight. Tickets just $25 for adults, $10 for children. Kids under 10 enter free. Grab yours now at Heather's Boutique, Chucky's Bar, Grenadian Optical, or GFA's office. Tell your friends, bring the family, and let's pack the stadium. This is more than a match. This is Grenada versus Jamaica, and we want all of you to be in the stands. Sunday, January 18th at 5 p.m. Grenada versus Jamaica. One team, one goal.
What am I dealing with? Well, you know this is me, One Lion, Two Dread. GBN Oil Long Fest. All the Oil Long bosses out there, come and register. Paul's Airstrip, January 31st, we outside. And we see who can cook. They say country better than tongue, but we go find out on the 31st of January. Come out, GBN Oil Long Fest. You can't miss it. Food just tastes good. Oil Long just tastes better. Oh, when I get mad at Greece, I Greece said, dog, and I feel like I call on anyway.
You best. You can sparkle at $20,000, twinkle at $40,000, glitter at $60,000, shimmer at $80,000, or glow at $100,000. Use your Cherry Christmas loan for gifts, travel, family celebrations, or anything that makes your Christmas magical. Whatever your wish, there is a loan to light up your holidays. Apply today, and together we will make it a Cherry Christmas.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
All right, folks, welcome to the conversation. And it's that time again to bring that bright smile on my face. It's a bit late, but it's still, better late than never. It's that time when I say good morning to my riding bee.
Oh, I like that.
We made it.
Oh, all the way through. We transitioned from 2025 into 2026.
Yeah, we did, man.
Yeah, and we're off to the races.
Yeah, and it's going to be a racy start, yeah?
It is already a racy start.
So we're going to be a really, really racy start. Well, how was the Christmas? How was the season?
Well, before I even tell you about my season, innocent, let me just say good morning. Good morning, GBN land.
Yes.
Happy New Year from me and from everyone at Ariza. Obviously, we hope the season is, prosperous. The year is prosperous, and we grow into good things, and we only wish all that is good.
What I can tell you is going to be a very eventful year.
It is going to be an eventful
we have
year.
a lot of athletics, we have a lot of activity, and notwithstanding the fact that is a year before an election,
Oh, wow.
Election is constitutionally June 2027.
I did not need that reminder. You just said it's going to get a little more hectic than I'm prepared for.
Yeah, we are expecting a very, very active year. All right, so Money Wise is back, and it shows that Ariza really, really place priority in educating the populace, its members and prospective members.
Yes.
So a new year, it's a good time to start. Why not? But before we start, we know we have a lot of information to disseminate, but we want to just recap. We want to get back into financial literacy, and let's start simple. What exactly? January is a good place to start. So those who missed out on 2025,
quite right.
Let's turn a new page. Let's start the book afresh.
Yes.
What exactly is financial literacy?
Yes, because this is what Money Wise is about. So you were asking how was the season, right? And I was going to say the season was beautifully quiet, spent with family and getting ready for 2026. Yes, for the 12 months of January.
But strange enough, January is going rather quickly. It's already half month.
I'm very pleased to hear you say it, and I would like to take credit. I hope Ariza had something to do with that.
Definitely. I mean, there are some people who are, still wondering. I know of individuals who are checking the accounts at Ariza for the past couple of days to see government MP yet.
But we're managing those funds very well. So, if they've been paid, they can guarantee it's in there, and we will help them steward it wisely. Yes.
So back to the question, what exactly is financial literacy?
Financial literacy, yes. This is what Money Wise is about, financial literacy. And we just want to make sure on Money Wise that you understand how money works, how you earn it, how you spend it, save it, borrow it, and grow it responsibly. Yes, responsibly.
Underscored.
That's right.
Underscored responsibly.
So that's financial literacy.
Could you repeat that?
Financial literacy is understanding how money works, how you earn it, how you grow it, how you spend it, how you save it, how you borrow it responsibly. So all of those things, not necessarily in that order, but all of those things are included. So you want to give you a very comprehensive understanding of what you do with money in all those phases.
I like that response. I really do like that response. Having said that, underlining that big word there, responsibly, that's the key word there. Now, why do so many people struggle financially, even when they earn an income? They're not unemployed, they're earning, but they're struggling.
Yes, because income alone, unfortunately, does not guarantee stability. If you don't know how to use your money, all of these things that we just mentioned, then people can overspend, they can misuse credit, or they fail to plan for emergencies.
Planning is key.
Planning is key. And in order to plan, you need the knowledge. So financial literacy, again, is the crux of, building that solid foundation.
So, which leads me to my next concern. How does financial literacy actually change someone's life?
In a sense, you have lots of concerns today.
I want to start 2026 right. I made a vow, okay? I made a vow to myself that 2026 is going to be the year. Yeah, I'm going to do it right. You know, the little finances that I have, I'm going to be responsible with it.
Thank you.
All right?
Yes. And we will encourage. I feel like we might have a testimony from you at the end of the year as well. I think we should begin to track what you do with those little finances.
My testimony is going to be so big that we have to do it twice for the year.
That's all right. We can break it up. We're in the right place in the studio. But to answer your question in terms of financial literacy, changing lives, and let me just repeat, this is what Ariza is very conscious about doing, impacting our communities, impacting our members, making tangible, sustainable change. So financial literacy, for that, it reduces stress, because you know you have a plan, right? It builds confidence. It helps you avoid costly mistakes, so you're not digging your hole deeper, right? So unnecessary debt or missed opportunities to save. If you are aware of, if you have the knowledge, if you have a plan, then it means you don't get into unnecessary debt and you're aware of all the wonderful ways to save. So, for example, the fact that Ariza would have just increased interest rates on savings. What are you doing with yours? Do you have a lifetime savings? Do you have a retirement savings? Do you have a second savings even? Just something to scurry away that extra $5. What about fixed deposits? We talked about bonuses that you would have gotten over Christmas. We have 1 year, 3 year, and 5 year deposits. Again, higher interest rates. What are you doing with that money that you haven't yet made a plan for? Right? And then, of course, there's the premium savings of the AAA account. So you put it there, it gives you your annual interest rate, and then you have benefits to go with that because you're a premium member. So there are ways, there are solutions at Ariza for making sure that we change your life. But you need to know what is out there, and as I say, how to manage it responsibly.
Now, having said that, why do you think financial literacy should really be taught as a life skill? Like how you learn to swim, because you actually have to swim in the financial oceans.
That's right. That's right. And you could get circled by sharks too if you're not careful. So, a life skill. When you think about it, at every stage, we all go through different stages in life. You know, we go from crawling to walking to running to, just like that. We go from, a youngster. We have school, we want houses, we want cars. So we have to plan for these things. And if you don't have the skill of managing money, whether it's for education or for housing or for your retirement, then you'll be floundering in the ocean, to put it mildly, that financial ocean.
And the barracudas and the sharks, they're going to get the scent of blood.
That's right. You will bruise yourself and you will cause yourself great harm. So we're saying without education, unfortunately, people learn the hard way. We don't want you to learn the hard way. We want this information to be available, to be readily available, accessible. We do it on a program like this because, as we say, we don't just have our members at heart. We have the nation, the whole community, every Grenadian. We want you to be financially responsible and, consider your wealth, do it differently for 2026.
I know that your CEO, Mr. Marvin Lord, is very big on wealth creation.
Right. That's right.
It's just, good morning, Mr. Lord. and Mr. Whiteman, too.
Yes.
And everybody. Now, what is one, as a former teacher, right, I always like to give my students practical, tangible examples that they could use with real life, not abstract things.
Yes.
Okay. So, to my viewers and listeners, what is one habit that they can start practicing as of now, today, now, this moment?
One habit. There's so many that you can, but maybe I would say tracking. Track your money. You know, if you have $10, what are you spending that $10 on? What are you allocating it to? If you have 100, the same way. Are you saving? And I say track your money in terms of, for that week, what are your planned expenses for the week? So that you know what it is you must allocate to that week. Did you go over? Did you go under? You know, and what did you do with what you, I want to say what you didn't spend. And if you went over, what is it that you had to go over on? Was it a need or a want? And that will show you where your patterns are. Are you spending on needs or wants? And we're saying for a week, because a week feels easier to do. It's a smaller amount, perhaps, that you can work with. You can just factor in lunch, transportation, you know, that sort of thing, the essentials for the week. And you see whether you stick with it. Or maybe just pick a figure, put $50 in your purse or your wallet, and see how long you can hold on to that $50. And what is it that you spend that $50 on? Track the money.
Let me ask a very, very practical and realistic question here. Have you ever been in a situation where you might have a huge amount of money, all right, and you're okay, you're spending, you're gone, and then you reach down to your last $100, and that $100 becomes as valuable as $1 million. Have you noticed that?
Well, I would understand that, because now you know that whatever you spend that money on has to make sense. Yeah. You know, and right away. So you weren't tracking when you had 100,000, but now that you have 100. Then you kind of think, okay, what is it that I really want to spend this on? You should treat everything like that. Even when you are, I want to say, treating yourself or having indulgences, right? Let it be a plan. Don't just let it go because you think there's money in there. Yeah. So plan it.
And you know, just being conversational now, that is something that a lot of people, a lot of families, it's a malady to them, in that, okay, husband and wife work, they both work, they have their children at home, and they know that they have an income coming, but they don't sit together and say, listen, this is what we are going to do with this. This is for food. It's budgeting. Yes. But sometimes it sounds so abstract. But, you know, after going through the process and being, you know, ground in the mill, you realize, but if we had done this differently, maybe if we had sat together and say, listen, this is the pot, and we're putting the monies in the pot. Yes. And now we are going to take out from the pot for this. Yes. Like a pie chart sort of thing.
That's right.
And within that pie chart, you have a proportion for saving. Yes. But families don't do that.
No. And in fact, I think I read somewhere recently that two-parent families, so the typical nuclear family, when you have two incomes anyway, or two income families, shall we put it that way, that they sometimes suffer more than single parent for that exact reason that you just mentioned. Because instead of looking at it as one income and then distributing accordingly, they do the separate. Most people, I think what they do is they kind of say, okay, let's do a joint income together where we do all of this stuff. And all the bills, so shall we say operational expenses from the household comes from that. But you have to remember there's such a thing as equity, right? So if one person is earning more than the other, then it means somebody is able to save less than the other. And if you put it all together, you have an overview of what is actually possible to do together and what you want to do as a family as well. That's part of the planning. So it's not separate. You know, they say there's strength in unity. Yeah. Unite the budgets. And as you say, divvy up and track the expenses from there, because it's everybody's expense at the end of the day, everybody's cost.
Because, folks, as trivial as it sounds, in the nitty-gritty of it, it boils down to that, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, but it seems difficult nowadays because you have families, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend living together, have a child or children, and the lady feels, okay, my money is to do this. I'm going to buy the Pampers and so forth, and I'm going to buy an iPhone. And the man is saying, okay, I'm going to pay the bills and I'm going to buy food. And then the excess is mine.
Yes.
And your excess is yours.
Yes.
What I do with it is my business.
Yes.
And don't ask me what I did with my money.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, something pops up. God forbids that the child gets sick. Mm-hmm. Who has a savings?
Yeah, and whose responsibility is it to pay those medical bills?
Yeah.
So it's a real question. It's an uncomfortable question.
But it's real,
I think, because it requires full transparency. The same way you have to be honest about every dollar that you have in your savings or your account, or that you receive when you're doing your budget or your planning. It's the same way when you're in a relationship, whether you're married. But I think that also speaks to, which is a whole different conversation and probably not one for money-wise, but it probably speaks to...
That should be counseling.
Right? To the level of commitment. Yeah. And, if you're in a committed relationship and you're committed to the same goals, and that includes the same financial goals, then you have those conversations. It is absolutely necessary to do so.
Yeah. That's another one. We'll talk about that next week because we've already exhausted our time. But, sometimes it's just important that we make the conversation more real.
Yes.
A lot of times people find themselves in problems late in life.
Yes.
Because, for example, you went to school, you went to primary school, you did well. You went to secondary school, you did well. You went to tertiary and university, and you did well. And you're still young. Yesterday I was listening to Mr. Diali, and he said he had his master's by 22.
Right.
Okay. So if you're not conscientious enough, you can start working for a lot of money, but you're blowing it away.
That's right.
Because I'm young and I'm well educated and I'll always be making money.
Yeah. You'll always have these opportunities.
Yeah. But then you turn twice and you realize, I'm 50.
Yeah.
And I don't have a home and I don't have a big savings.
Yeah.
And then the midlife crisis for us as men creep in.
Yes. And that's real. And as you say, I think there are a lot of us who do that. I mean, it takes a lot of self-will from the person to kind of look at their situation again, take an honest, hard look. There's always a chance to turn it around. And the response to that is to simply start where you are. What is the plan? What is the goal? Make the plan and let's get started. If there's $10 in that kitty, you can fix it.
Ridin, what's the takeaway from this morning's program?
I would like you to tell me. We've talked so much.
Yeah. I mean, the key here is, you said you made a very critical input with the last statement. Start where you are, one. But whatever you're doing, whether you're earning, you're spending, you're saving, you're investing, you're treating yourself, the key word is responsibly.
Love it. Yes. Marvelous takeaway, in a sense. And to add to that, we're saying financial literacy is not about control, is about control, not income.
Yeah.
Right? So which is why I'm saying if you've got $10 can be your starting point. Yeah. It's about being able to manage that $10, right? And small habits lead to big changes. So we're not starting with 10,000. We're starting with 10.
I would love to start with 100,000.
And knowledge helps you to avoid avoid financial stress. So please keep tuning in to MoneyWise, right? Talk to us at Ariza. We're in the business of empowering our members and our non-members through educations and savings and affordable financial solutions. So let's have those conversations, and by all means, we would love to hear from the listening audience about, as you were saying, Innocent, those relatable situations. What is it that you're dealing with financially that you would love a response to? Let's keep that conversation going about things that matter to you.
It doesn't matter where you are, all is not lost.
Yes, that's right.
There is still hope.
There is still hope. Once there's a will, there's a way.
Brilliant. It's always a pleasure.
Likewise.
We could do this for the entire morning, but
I would love to, but Ariza might have something to say about that.
Well, folks, that's it for MoneyWise this morning. I have been speaking with Aurelian Lazarus. She is the marketing manager at Ariza Credit Union. Give them a call today at 440-1755.
1759.
59.
Yes.
And you can reach out to them and,
That's right. We're on social media. There's also the website, Instagram, and Facebook. So please, we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Aurelian. Folks, that's it for the MoneyWise program this morning, and we'll have another one for you come next Wednesday, should the good Lord spare our lives.
MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Today's edition of MoneyWise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
This Christmas, let your season sparkle, twinkle, glitter, shimmer, and glow. At Ariza Credit Union, our special holiday loans are designed to make your Christmas bright. Choose the loan that suits you best. You can sparkle at $20,000, twinkle at $40,000, glitter at $60,000, shimmer at $80,000, or glow at $100,000. Use your Cherry Christmas loan for gifts, travel, family celebrations, or anything that makes your Christmas magical. Whatever your wish, there is a loan to light up your holidays. Apply today, and together we will make it a Cherry Christmas.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
If you thought 2025 was amazing, get ready, Grenada. GBN's Old Young Fest is back and bigger than ever. Join us on Saturday, the 31st of January at Pearl's Airstrip for a full day of food, culture, and fun. Watch competitors battle it out for the title of the best original oil down, the best seafood oil down, and the most festive display. Enjoy live calypso and a steel pan, children's activities, traditional ring games, and plenty vibes for the whole family. Gates open at 10 a.m. Don't miss the celebrations of Grenada's national dish, GBN Old Young Fest, where culture, flavor, and tradition comes together. See you on Saturday, January 31st at Pearl's Airstrip. And remember,
mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
You can now make a payment directly to Grenlec, anytime, anywhere. Just visit myaccount.grenlec.com and sign in. From the menu, select Financials, then Billing to view your account balance and billing history. Ready to pay? Tap Make a Payment. Choose the account or accounts you'd like to pay and hit Next. Select Debit or Credit Card. Enter your amount, fill your payment details, and tap Confirm and Pay. That's it. Your payment goes through instantly and your account updates right away. Sign up today and put the power in your hands.
All right, it's now 18 minutes onto the 8 o'clock hour, and if you're just joining us, welcome to the program. It's Good Morning Grenada. Thanks again to Raylene for sharing with us this morning on the MoneyWise program. I thought it was really down to earth and real, and I do hope that some of you can identify with it and make the necessary adjustments. Now, I was wondering what we can talk about this morning, so I went to a colleague and I said, what's buzzing? And Eugenia says, politics is buzzing. It's the start of the new year. It's the year before election is constitutionally due. So let the people chip in and say, how do they rate the current administration and what do they expect from government for 2026? And there we are. That's what we're going to talk about this morning. What are your thoughts? How is government doing? And what would you expect from them come 2026? So we're going to center the conversation around that this morning. Let's go to the telephone line right away. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, morning. Before I make my thing, there was a gentleman that chastised me about the oil long, right? But around this independence time, you have a lot of oil long competitions and so on, and GBN having a thing. So why chastise me about the oil down, right? And of course, I still reminding all you on the 4th for the oil down in the constituency of the tongue of St. George, call 435-8696, and also the Independence motorcade. Contact the constituency of the South St. George and the tongue of St. George for your transportation. 440-1110 and 457-5569 for South, and the tongue is 435-8696. So let me get on to the substance. You actually want to find out what government should do and how they're going, etc.
Not what they should do. What you're expecting from them. How do you rate them thus far? This is like a little over 3 years in office, and how you rate them, and what do you what your personal expectation from them?
I would say I will rate them as keeping the ship afloat, because you have to take into consideration, innocent, that these are turbulent times, these are trying times. It is very difficult for any government to operate, whether you like them or not. The situation is that they're doing a good job, despite there's a lot of shortcomings, because I'm not particularly happy how with the social services program, because there are too much complaints about the seed program and the housing and this and that, and they need to step up in that area in terms of social services. But again, it goes back to the original, and then I think they cut the budget for the social services, which I find that's unconscionable, right? So in that area, I think they need in terms of improvement. But just like I say, you have to take into consideration the difficult times that any government will be going in, whether it's a new or old government. And the thing about the people complaining about the cost of living, which is true, because I hear somebody saying this morning about $15 a pound for how you call it, not back and neck, turkey wings, which is ridiculously high. But remember, all these things are imported inflation, so we really have no control over it. But what I would love to see going forward about the government, you see this CBI program that they're talking about, maybe you should stop these hotels. If you could continue with that program, then see if you can have some form of investors coming in. Ask these people who want to participate in the CIB, the Citizens for Investment Program at IMA. It's the same thing, that even though they changed the name. Maybe we can have one or two factories in Sautiers, in Grenville, spread it out instead of everything in the south, right? And everything is a hotel. You have to kind of you think outside the box. You have to think outside the box and get investment out of the south into the different areas, and not only hotel alone.
Okay.
So this is what I would love to see coming for the government to do. I would expect that. And so don't forget to purchase the oil down, and also for the motorcade on Saturday, call a different constituency office. Thank you, my friend. Have a good day.
Have a good one. 435-2041. It's 13 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Just a brief opportunity to hear from you, and I'd like to let you know that the authorities, the people, the decision makers, they do listen to this sort of programs to get cues as to what and how to approach certain things. So what are your thoughts? How do you rate the current administration in their time in office thus far, and what would you like to see, you personally like to see from them come 2026? Good morning, caller. Welcome. Hi, good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hi, Innocent. Good morning.
Happy New Year, darling. How you do?
Same to you. I'm looking for my remote to go down the TV.
Right. But you're good. You're good.
Okay. To tell you, first thing I have to tell you, I see Carlos. Carlos powerful boy. Carlos come and look for me here and his father.
Whoa.
Yeah, Carlos powerful than you, and I feel good.
He powerful than me?
He's powerful more than you.
That can't happen. You're crazy.
Yeah. You see Carlos, huge guy, you know.
Listen to me. I am the first grandson. He can't powerful than me?
He take you down. Take you down, man.
All right.
Yes. Well, so far the government don't going bad, you know. And I want them to start to walk on the road. The road too bad. You understand? I don't want to have a miscarriage. So I want them continue walking on the road. Right?
Okay.
And so far so good. It's not bad. I could give them a number 5. They're in the middle still. We have a lot to do to come down to number 1.
Okay.
And then you have some young people in paradise. God just touch my heart. Inspector Mike Modest. You have 2 that graduate from the prison yesterday. And Georgina Lewis. I want to big up these people and them this morning. All those bright people in paradise. We bright in all field. Doctor, teacher, police officers, teachery, cutlassing, all kind of thing we bright in. So I want to big up everybody in paradise this morning. Them children that graduate yesterday, they touch me.
Okay.
They touch me. Last night I just lie down and I thinking about them, and they touch me. And Innocent, you know what I want again?
No.
You see the lady that is seeing on the TV from the nursing home?
Yes, from the Chichester home.
I want the lady to come back, man. I feel good that that day. I'll be paying the go.
You know what? I am going, and I'm saying it openly, I am going to visit them on Saturday.
Yes.
I will visit them on Saturday, and I'll bring your love to them.
To that lady for me.
I will do.
That's a new friend I get.
Okay.
Yeah, she make me feel good, man, and she lifts me up because having 95 years, I say, see me, I don't complain, man, because she's 95 and she good.
Nice.
Yeah, so she touched me.
But Susan, yes, just before you go, I want you to know also that you yourself, you are a pillar in paradise.
Thank you for that. I know that.
You are, because
yes,
I remember as a little boy growing up, I remember coming and buy bread in the bakery there.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, but we opening up our next bakery just now again too.
Okay.
Yeah, we organizing.
So remember,
to come back.
Remember that. Take your flowers now. You too are a pillar of paradise, okay?
Yeah, and the people of paradise, I love them and I know they love me.
All right, so you have a good day now.
You too, me baby.
Bye-bye. Have a good one. It's 9 minutes on to 8 o'clock. It's the conversation this morning. How do you rate the current administration, and what are some of the things you'd like to see happen come 2026? Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
How are you?
I'm alive and thankful. How are you?
Morning to your listeners. I'm good. I'm always quiet and,
Happy New Year.
Same to you, my brother. And I hope you all improve the quality of your journalism on GBN.
Okay, well, everybody needs to upgrade themselves. I personally, I endeavor to be better than I was yesterday. So, and that's the general modus operandi of the station. So, expect great things from us.
I know about you.
Yes.
But I think generally we have the issue is in the news department. We really need to work on that. If I have to respond to your question, I think the government is doing exceptionally well. I cannot say the same thing about the party that is supporting the government in office.
Say that last part, I didn't get that clearly.
I cannot say the same thing about the party that is supporting the government into office. But I think the government itself, the executive arm of the government, is doing very, very, very exceptionally well.
So, in essence, the body of ministers and with the Prime Minister at the head of it, they're doing well. But you're not certain. You're not certain if you're happy with the NDC administration.
I'm not satisfied with NDC as a party.
Okay.
Supporting the government.
Okay.
That is my statement.
So, what would you like to see happen come 2026?
Well, I would like them to continue on the trajectory that they're on in terms of ensuring there are a lot of fundamental things that they are addressing. Some of them will take time to manifest itself, but I think generally those things take time. And if there was worked on before, we would not have had to work on them now. And some people quarreling about nothing is happening and all of those things, but they're just looking in front of their noses. They're just not thinking futuristic. Because when you want to build a house, you have to lay the foundation. And when you lay the foundation, then you can go up with the blocks or do your boarding up and all of those things. That is how a house is built. Okay. And we have to start from foundation. But I mean, let us all face it. Considering all of people are talking about the prices and things these people don't listen to news. Prices are skyrocketing all over the world. And we are importing country. We import everything that we want. You understand what I'm saying? So we cannot determine the price. We have to set the price based on what we are buying, how we buy it. So we need to go back to the land, Innocent. We need to go back to the land. People need to go and plant something behind the house. Let us try to eat more local. Because if we don't do that,
and the thing about eating local, it has a number of benefits, right? You reduce your purchasing costs, but it's also saving you the hospital bills.
Thank you very much. Look at you. You have your job, your substantive job, but you're still leaving that job after you finish during the day. And you're going in your land. You have your animals that you have to go and tender. You have some people sitting at home with this lazy mentality doing nothing. They're not raised, and some of them have a little bit of land behind. 1 cabbage tree, 3 cabbage tree, 4 cabbage, a dozen, tomato, whatever it is. Plant it. You will get it to eat at the end of the day, so you don't have to go and buy that.
Okay.
You know, there's so much of things, and I think the government need to put some programs where we, you see, during the, and some people don't like to hear about the revolution, where we knock that into people's head. Because, you know, if we don't continue knocking it and letting them see why the importance of it, then they lose it. We need to consistently keep saying it to them. Plant something, plant a tree, plant a corn, plant something.
Yeah.
So that you could be able to benefit later on. You know how good it is when you plant something and you could go and cut it, whether it's corn, whether it's cabbage, tomato you're picking. It feels so good.
Okay.
And our people have to go to that point where they should do that. There's another issue that I wanted to raise, but I take up too much of time. So,
thanks.
Take care, my brother.
Have a good one. Blessings. All right. So, Kevin Alexander says, Morning, Innocent. Happy New Year to you. I'm on the train now, and I'm enjoying your program. With regards to the question, in my view, I believe the government is doing a good job. I was home last year, but I follow the news like in everything, you will always see room for improvement. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hello, good morning. Happy New Year.
Thanks, and same to you.
Yeah. In response to your question, I think I'll be an hypocrite to say the government is doing exceptionally well. On the other hand, I am not here to condemn them, just to highlight some issues. For example, to say that cost of living with food is high all over the world, as in Grenada, that's an outrageous lie. In a sense, you can still buy food, locally produced food, in St. Vincent. Right? The imported foods, the business people are reckless and heartless with the prices that they have imposed upon us. And no one seems to be interested in intervening. We need the state's intervention in that area. Some things we understand can be expensive, but not everything without an astronomical price. Okay, you look at the government, the campaign, and what they are doing. Look at the seed program, for example. That is cruelty. It's the epitome of vulgarity and cruelty. You cut it back. You are talking about the people at the lower end, the lowest end of the economic ladder. How could you not think about them? Okay? Look at, for example, they do a thorough assessment on victimization. Their defense is, Keith Mitchell did it, so do it, which is so devilish. You have people that you have promised, listen, we are going to regularize them. The government cannot employ everybody, it's a fact. But there are some people that were specifically set out for execution, economically speaking. Also, the Prime Minister appears to be a poor listener. Perhaps he hears, but he doesn't listen. I think the government probably could have made a greater effort in responding to the ban with the fish from Grenada, a high-powered delegation headed by the Prime Minister, and even including the opposition if they are interested, because this is not just about the fishing Mecca Guave. It is about our economy. The Prime Minister travels regularly, and when he comes back, he says he's going to give us information on a need-to-know basis, which I consider to be rude. Our money sent him overseas, and he cannot determine what we need to know. There are some things when he speaks, he does not go in fine details. He speaks and he keeps us in abeyance for whatever reason I don't know. So I cannot say they have done or they are doing an excellent job. Okay, have a nice day.
You too. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, Jennifer Lawrence says, look, I just came from Grenada, beautiful Grenada, and the cost of living is reasonably fair in comparison to prices in New York. And some prices in Grenada are cheaper. Let's be thankful. Yeah, someone says here also, the NDC is doing a good job, but the public relations performance is very poor. All right, okay. We've got a minute and a half to continue the program. If you have anything you'd like to share with us, what are your thoughts? How do you rate the government's performance for the past 3.5 years thereabout? And what would you like to see them do come 2026? Let's go back to the telephone line. This is going to be a final call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. How are you?
I am alive and so thankful it's not funny.
For 2026, although I've done it already, Happy New Year.
Thanks a lot, and same to you, bro.
Listen, mid-December 2025, I told you that 2026 would have been a transformative year.
Definitely.
You see what rolling out?
Yep.
We are in the global village. What old people say, and old people have, when I say old people, I'm talking about people with wisdom. They say when your neighbor house on fire,
wet yours, papi.
Right. Anyway, don't block up sticky yours. Mr. Joseph, that topic is of national and regional and maybe global, because we're in the global village, importance. 10 and 15 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the morning is not the ideal time to address that question. You mustn't spark fire and don't watch it blaze. When you blaze, you know what you do.
We'll continue it.
Exactly. So, what I would wish you right now, changes are constant. There is always room for improvement, especially growth, but it must be meaningful growth of a particular nature in the context in which it is raised. Okay. So there's a lot to look at. There's a lot. It's meaningful because it affects whatever. This is simple little conversation we have now. It affects generations to come in.
Definitely so.
Okay, so have a good one. God bless you.
You too. Have a good one, bro. All right. Folks, that's where we've got to wrap the program up this morning. And I want to thank each and every one of you for sharing with us this morning. The government performance is remarkable. Cannot be better. Grenada is doing great. One of the best countries to settle in right now. So says Marilyn Gilbert. Thank you, Marilyn. And Sherma Dabo, good morning. Hope you're doing fine. Who else? Before I leave, I want to make sure I recognize everybody. Kathy Adams, good morning to you and Kenneth and Zuri and also Solange. As she says, good morning to Auntie and Gordon and family all. Good morning, good morning. Sonia Mathlin Scott is with us. Sherry and Nichols. Peter Joseph, good morning. Walland Aquat. My friend from Barbados is also, Joyous James is with us. Central Charles Crawford. Good morning, viewing from Barbados as always. Folks, that's it for the conversation. Thank you, and if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll do it again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same frequencies, channels, and platforms. Bye-bye, everybody. The BBC is up next.